Right, in this video it's all going to be about my first impressions on the Norstone 19-inch rack that's distributed by Avoke. I'm going to open it up and let you know what I think, completely unrehearsed, because this is all sealed. So let's get on with it. So I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up. There we've got the base and the lid, should be. So it came through to me really well packaged in a number of boxes. Quite unusual to see the frame done the way it was. I might put some music in over the background on this just to stop it being quite as boring. But really, racks are the way to go. It allows you to keep everything neat and tidy, contained, keeps the clients happy, and that's a nice finish. Right, so in the box, it's the lid. Got some scuff marks off the cardboard, and a scratch. So note to Norstone is you could bag these up because it's a really nice finish, and it's a shame that the first experience is seeing all these marks. So yeah, definitely bag that up. We've got 2 fan holes and a large slot. I'm going to assume there's going to be covers in the rest of the box. A big bag of nuts and bolts. Another note for Norstone, could bag the wheels separately to the nuts and bolts just to make it look a little bit prettier. And 2, I'm not going to open it just yet, but 2 of the wheels have actually got brakes on, so they're going to go at the front. Fan unit, we get to that later. Another bag with feet and mounting equipment. This is 2 shelves internally, so that's nice. You get those as standard to go inside. Blanking plates, I presume. Plug for the fan motor. So you seem to be getting everything that you need. Pins. Okay, this is nice. They give you an extra set of pins for the door if the door assembly is a bit too tight. So that's good to know. Here we got the base, which seems to be quite well constructed actually. You've got a whole load of venting all the way around the bottom to help with the airflow and convection. And you've got extra bracing welded onto the bottom. Right, let's start putting this together. Okay, so one of the points, and it's a quibble really, just to make the installation of these sort of things to go easier. Please, if you're going to use bolts and nuts, please stick to the same thing. Don't chop and change between Allen bolts and cross thread. Just use one so we don't have to keep faffing around with different bits. You're buying them anyway to put in with the rack. Just buy all the same spec. It makes everyone's life a lot easier. And as I said, that's just, when you've got to install these things a lot, you get used to doing it, but if you can use the same drill driver bit to just blast through the whole build, it makes things a lot easier. Okay, so that's the main frame all put together. All we've got to do now is the 2 shelves that come with it and the doors, front and back. So it's a nice vintage shelf. We've got slots on both sides for alignment and quite a lot of movement as well actually. So you can actually get the shelf moved forward or backward quite a bit. So I'm going to get the cage nuts from the other bag. Now currently I've elected not to put the feet on. I might change my mind in 5 minutes or so, but currently I'm going to leave these off because they're too much of a pain in the backside for me. Now we've got a nice big bag of cage nuts. I personally don't really like this style of attachment. My personal preference, but they are what they are. But I stand corrected. These are actually really quite nice. That went in without any grief whatsoever. If they all run like this, that'll be absolutely fine. What I'm going to do is just put one shelf in for the moment. That was painless. There we go, I'm not going to do it up tight. So that's what a shelf looks like. That's pretty cool. Okay, there is a fit and finish issue. Okay, I'll give it that. That's not going to affect my overall opinion too much. Well, this side as it is right there, that's a bit too tight. So apart from the extra shelf that you get with the basic kit, it's pretty good, but that's me being really picky. I'm knocking points down for picky bits. The fit on the side doors is a bit tight. That could do with looking at when the metal's folded before the tops are welded, 0.5 millimetre, 1 millimetre, and then that would be perfect. The paint finish on the steel work, lovely. But overall, it's pretty good. So I think it's about time we look at the extra accessories we've got to go in here. So in the first box, we've got standard keystone panel for networking cabling. I'm not going to get it out and install it right now, because I will be installing it later on when I do the massive changeover, which we do another video, and I will time lapse the complete exchange of all of my equipment out of my 2 racks, consolidated down into this one 32U rack. So I will save that for that video. We've got cable management, which is quite cool. So you have all the fingers for the cabling. Nice back tray to keep it all neat. And then that mounts however you want to mount it on the back or the front. Again, be saving this for the next video when we do the massive changeover. But this is different paintwork. It's hard to see out in the sun, but they need to paint this the same colour as the rack, and it's not. This is different. It's nicely done. It's pretty standard, but it's not the same colour. It's not the same black. And we've got a blank plate. 1U. Other blank U sizes are available. And this is nice, and this is the same colour as this. I can see straight away, I can feel it. So that's nice. And I had to rummage through. I've got 2 more shelves there separately. And then This is a telescopic shelf. So you've got sliding rails on a non-ventilated base. And I think what I'll do is I'm going to save this for the next video and pack up this mess I've made in the garden. I think the Norstone 32-inch rack is brilliant value for money. Once it's been put together, it's very, very sturdy. It's well made. You know, I'm being really, really picky when I'm pointing out the things and knocking a couple of points off. And I think they've done a brilliant job on this at the price point it goes out at. But it would look nice, I think, in any control room where you're going to have all of your equipment. And I've actually decided after seeing this, I'm going to put it in my control room, which happens to be my dining room, where all of my AV and networking equipment reside. Well, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.